Los Angeles native Ron Jenkins was a standout wide receiver at Fresno State before spending the next 30 years helping troubled youth. Now he's back in football, laying the foundation for the next generation. Our Chris Hayre has more in this week's edition of Hometown Hero.
Be strong, let's go, be strong.
Ron Jenkins is an assistant football coach at Los Angeles Southwest College.
Let's go, good, push it.
It's the latest step in an incredible journey that started with tragedy.
Well, my mom passed away when I was just 2 years old. Bounced around the foster care system a little while, and then I was eventually adopted into a home where there were other kids as well. It was a situation that started out good, but then it turned when the person who adopted us decided to take the monies that was being given to us by the county for our well-being and use it to buy drugs and sell drugs to make more money. I had 4 brothers killed before I was 23 years old.
After a tough childhood, Ron started playing football in high school, falling in love with the game.
Football is an avenue that a lot of people want to take to maybe get out of trouble. How did you get to Fresno State, and what was that experience like?
Well, I didn't start playing football until I was in the 10th grade. I was new at it, so I wasn't very good. It was a survival for me. Sports is a great way to relieve pressure, to relieve stress, you know, to allow you to get away from those things that may have a negative impact on your life. I got better at it. 4 years later, I was being offered a football scholarship to Fresno State. It proved to be a turning point for me as well.
Ron was among the best receivers in the nation during his senior year.
I worked out and did some things that needed to be done by going to the strength coach, the track coach, and asking these guys, hey, what is it that I need to do to be a better player? Being an advocate for myself.
But it's what he learned off the field that left a lasting impact.
You found out who you were.
Right.
And who you are is someone who wants to help others.
Right.
Who wants to help others who may have been in a situation similar to you. When did that light bulb come on that this is what I'm meant to do?
Probably while I was in college, when there was time for me to decide what I wanted to do as a man, which way I wanted my life to be. I thought back to my childhood being in foster care, and I thought back to those social workers and those people who were instrumental in helping me change my life. So I majored in social work. I worked as a counselor at Fresno County Juvenile Hall. I understood the situations that those kids came out of.
Across the next 30 years, Ron worked a variety of roles in youth corrections, helping kids like Carissa Phelps.
I was 13 and I was locked up in juvenile hall, and he was a young counselor in juvenile hall who had his NFL dreams sort of crushed, but he didn't come in crushed.
She had been forced out of her home because of some unfortunate circumstances, and she took to the streets. And from that experience, she was forced into human trafficking.
When I responded to his coaching, really, to his influence, to his positivity, he gave me more assignments to do to grow.
With Ron's belief, Carissa got her life on track, eventually graduating from Fresno State, completing an MBA and law degree at UCLA, while becoming an author and leader in the anti-human trafficking movement. Where do you think you would be if Ron didn't show up in your life?
Prison or dead. Not in law school, not in business school, not helping other survivors or building platforms for people to speak out against trafficking, but I would be not here, not with us.
My mother, who I told you had passed away at 2 years old, she was involved in some trafficking. And I guarantee you, my mother was speaking to me from her grave. Good job, fourth quarter, let's go.
Now retired from corrections, Ron is back on the gridiron, still looking to make an impact on future generations.
We have young men on this team that come out of the foster care system. We have some men on this team that are homeless. And those are the guys that I like to focus on. Those are the guys that I like to have conversation with. Those are the guys that I like to get my hands on and talk to them and just give them power in their stories.
It was a shock to me that he was so quick to like open up and be vulnerable in front of me, but that really, I feel like that boosted our relationship a lot, because he kind of like showed me without telling me that it's okay to like express how you're feeling, and it's okay to come from something that's not really the best opportunity into becoming a great person.
They will forget the plays. They'll forget the scores of the games. They'll never forget how you made them feel, how you took care of them. You talk about Ron, the kids will always look back like he never exploited my athletic talent. He actually tried to mentor me and help me in the classroom, help me off the field.
What wise words would you share with somebody who may be going through a similar situation that you did or other kids in South Central Los Angeles do?
The first thing I want to say is, don't let the negative things that happened to you in your past force you to not trust people. You need people in this life. And through trusting in people, you'll understand that there are people out here who can provide you resources that can get you to the next step in your life. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. With your story, there's somebody out there waiting to hear you.